Tupelo, Mississippi is a classic southern small town with a lot going on. Everyone knows Tupelo as being the birthplace of Elvis, but it's also home to many musicians and visual artists. There are many street murals here, and I even found Elvis in the alley. Even the alleyways here are cool. How about a peanut butter and burnt bacon sandwich? In some ways, Tupelo is two towns. Upscale coffee shops and restaurants blend with older established businesses in a mixture that works well and keeps things interesting. I've been cutting silhouettes in Tupelo for probably 30 years, and it's a regular stop for me. It's kind of a standalone town, meaning it thrives without the benefit of the larger city being close by like Memphis or Jackson. Tupelo does just fine on its own. It's very independent. When I got to Reeves early, I decided to walk around a little bit. Tupelo's kind of an isolated town from the rest of the region, which kind of works to its advantage because it makes it such a unique place. It's kind of a quirky blend of Southern and blues and great food and Elvis's birthplace. The downtown area of this well-established small town consists of older buildings that are kept up nicely. There are many nice shops and a few restaurants anchored by a large department store. Today I'm cutting silhouettes at Reeves Department Store. When did Reeves Department Store start?
We started in 1905, 118 years ago. My grandfather started the business with $500 worth of credit from a wholesaler. It was kind of a little house on the prairie kind of general store here in Tupelo. They sold coffee and saddles and beans and just kind of things that people at the turn of the century needed, and it just evolved over time into being more of a clothing store and a shoe store.
In the children's department of Reeves, they've got this antique coin-operated horse, and I was afraid I might break it, but being the great rider that I am, I had to try it out. Let me tell you, that thing is solid steel. I didn't break it. It almost broke me. I may have gotten saddle sores. I was walking around the store and there's so much great artwork there. And about that time, this gentleman approached me out of the blue and he says, "I painted that mural." And I'm like, "You did?" And I was thinking, this is great. Well, little did I know how much artwork Morris McCain had painted in downtown Tupelo. That took me by surprise.
Jack Reed Jr., my boss at that time, and still is, because I work part-time now, Christmas really. And he asked me to do a mural on the back wall here, like this, but he wanted me just to paint it on. I said, why don't we do it 3D? And he said, can you do that? And I said, yeah, I can do that. And I never had done it in my life. But I had a friend of mine told me one time, said, don't ever tell anybody you can't do something because you probably never get a chance. So that's how this started. I said, yeah, I can do that. And then I went and figured out how to do it. And so it took about, I designed it in March and started working on it in the summer. And it took till October. And we had a big grand opening over here. They removed all the power lines and they were back here, and we had a big crowd here, people sitting with a grand opening thing. And Jack got up on the scaffolding with me and made a speech. It was great.
After I spent some time with Morris, it was time to get to work. Reeves, as always, had lots of appointments lined up for me. The moms with the kids turned out in droves, and we were very busy. A few dads showed up too. I always like it when they bring me silhouettes that I did of them when they were children. That happens a lot these days, but it really happens a lot in Tupelo.
We've come every year since she was a baby. We have 9 of them on the wall, all in our house in order, and so does her grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting silhouettes at Reeves always brings in the locals, and I've never worked here in Tupelo and not been busy.
Hi, my name is Kanisha. I am the manager of the children's department here at Reeves. I've been here since 2021. It's a wonderful place to work. I love the customers. I love to see the little children that come in.
It was a great morning at Reeves. I always love cutting silhouettes there. A lot of fun. After a busy silhouette session at Reeves, I left Tupelo and headed down to Greenville for a legendary Mississippi restaurant, Hot Tamale Heaven. In the Delta, you can find tamales just about everywhere. But today, I'm going to meet Aaron and Natasha, the owners of Hot Tamale Heaven in Greenville, Mississippi, the undisputed capital of Mississippi tamales. Being the most successful tamale restaurant in Greenville, Mississippi, the tamale capital, I knew they had to be good. Greenville, Mississippi. Many people don't realize that the Mississippi Delta is famous for tamales. You think tamales, Mississippi? Where did this come from? I mean, music and barbecue, of course, but tamales? I was really lucky to meet Aaron and Natasha when I drove to Greenville looking for tamales. I wasn't expecting to meet the king and queen of Mississippi tamales. As I was driving into Greenville, I decided to call Hot Tamale Heaven, just on a whim. I asked the cashier if the owners could meet with me, and she called back and said that they were right around the corner and to come on in. I scored. Aaron and Natasha sat down with me, and I was just going to ask a few questions, find out about the history of tamales and Aaron's family. And Natasha disappears for about 10 minutes, and when she reappears, she's got these plates of these beautiful tamales. She brought traditional corn husk wrapped tamales, as well as their old Southern recipe tamales. These tamales were true, authentic Mississippi tamales, and they were off the charts good. Aaron, Natasha, I heard about this place from all the way up in Tunica.
Okay. About
your famous Mississippi Delta tamales. So, how did you get started in this?
Well, it's been a family business. My father started us in the family in the tamale business when I was probably about 6 or 7 years old. So we talk about probably 1978, 77, 78, somewhere in there. And he was a factory worker, and he wanted to do something he really wanted to work for himself. And tamales is something that's been a big thing in the Delta for many, many years, probably over 100 years, and especially in the black community. And that's something he wanted to do. And so he went out and sought out a recipe from an older woman over in Arkansas. And she gave him the basic rudiments of how to make tamales, but he took that basic rudiments and put his own recipe together. And that's the same recipe we've been using since 78.
Since 78?
Since 78, yeah. Yes, sir.
And so, Natasha, do you kind of run the show here, or what exactly, what are you doing as well? Do y'all both do the same thing, or?
Yeah, well, we do the same thing. So he kind of would act like the general manager, and then I'm just kind of like his helper and take care of all the bookkeeping ends and things of the business. Yep.
Nice. Now, do y'all ship these tamales to other places as well?
Yeah, we do ship. Natasha, that's her department. She kind of handles the shipping of it.
Nice.
Yes.
Very nice. Yeah. Well, because I've got friends who I know will want them. So.
Yeah. Yes.
So, and y'all been since the 70s, early 70s. Then.
Yes.
Wow.
My parents actually started out with tamales. Back in those days, we sell tamales off carts. They had tamale carts, and they would be down in the old Steinmart Square.
Right.
Back in those days, they had push carts. And they would sell tamales out from push carts. And at that time, my brother and I, we were just young children. We would be around playing and having a good time.
Yeah.
It was just a good time for us, but as time went on, we grew up a little bit older, and they put us in the business, helping make tamales, roll them tamales. And by the time I was about 11 years old, I was selling tamales. So
wow,
that's how they went. So we started the food carts, and then we moved on to food trucks.
Oh, cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. So it's been how many years now?
Well,
50 years or close to 50 years?
It's going on 50.
Yeah.
It's going on 50. We're getting there.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I'm excited about trying them out.
I think you're gonna love them.
Yes.
We actually, my wife and I, we kind of handle the retail side of the business, and my parents, and they still own the wholesale side of the business.
Yeah.
My brother runs that side of the business where he did high tamale heaven processing.
Right.
Where he makes tamales for a lot of fine restaurants and things like that. So they handle the wholesaling end, and we kind of handle the retailing. So
yeah, so that's I heard about that. The people I talked to said, yeah, they're the ones who make all the tamales for the restaurants.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so y'all sell to a lot of different restaurants because they know y'all are the ones to go to.
Yeah.
So how many restaurants do y'all sell your tamales?
Well, that's a good question. Like I said, I kind of handle the retail side of the business, so I don't have exact specifics on how many restaurants, how many businesses they sell to over there, because I got my hands full on this end.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of handle their side of the business.
Yeah.
But quite a few.
Wow.
Quite a few. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, congratulations on your success.
Well, thanks.
I love Mississippi Delta tamales, and I know that y'all are the best. So
Hey, we appreciate that.
I'm excited about eating.
Thanks a million. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Thanks so much.
Yes,
Aaron,
sir.
thank you.
All
thank
right.
you, Natasha.
Uh-huh.
Such a pleasure.
All right.
Now, also, I got a little gift for you. I told you I was an artist, silhouette artist. Have you ever seen silhouettes cut before with paper and scissors?
My
No.
first time.
Well, I'm going to make y'all silhouette of each of you.
Oh, what's that
So
now?
Natasha, all you got to do is look that way because it's a profile,
Okay.
and look a little bit more to your left. There you go. We'll get yours in there. So I just look at you and I cut it. There's no drawing or tracing or anything like that. I just look and cut.
Wow.
So I'm making yours right now. I always do this for the ones that I interview because y'all are special, and I really appreciate your help
Wow, man, that's
with everything. There she is. There's Miss
Awesome.
Natasha.
Wow.
Mr. Aaron, we got you. There
Natasha.
you are.
Wow.
Natasha and Aaron were very engaging. Natasha brought out what I'd been waiting for. Fresh Mississippi Delta hot tamales. Oh yeah. I see what you mean.
Man, that's good stuff, man. That is good stuff.
Absolutely delicious.
Now, you're making me hungry sitting there by you watching you
We
eat
need
this,
to
man.
get
Let me help you out a little bit. We done
Dive on in there.
We done got so friendly.
That's right.
Oh, man.
That is good.
That's good stuff.
I left hot tamale heaven stuffed and with a nice to-go order for later. As the Van Gogh and I left Greenville, Mississippi on this cool December night, I thought about Aaron and Natasha and how they had turned an idea and a recipe into a life. That's how it happens sometimes. We fly in parallel universes, Aaron, Natasha, and I. We took the path less traveled. Old family traditions bubble to the surface, and we just go with it, just to see where it takes us. Tupelo in the morning for my silhouette event, and hot tamale heaven in Greenville in the afternoon. It was quite a whirlwind tour. I hope to see my Mississippi friends again soon. Now I'm steering the Van Gogh toward Louisiana, with Baton Rouge 200 miles ahead, and the cool December evening closing in around me. I'm silhouette artist Clay Rice, and this is Silhouette Highway. Thank y'all for riding with me today. If you know of a store in your town who might want to do a silhouette and book signing event, drop me a line at clay@ricegalleries.com. For my silhouette tour schedule, or even if you can't make an event, you can order silhouettes, books, and prints online at ricegalleries.com. Also, if you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. See you on down the line on Silhouette Highway.